Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Mist. No, not that mist. This mist. The Mist is a little-known offering from Pelican and is available only at REI stores. It is 10 feet long on the button, has a 31-inch wide beam, and comes in at 47 pounds. And it features a couple of things that we haven't seen in the Pelican budget kayak line. We've got a couple of potential nasty thunderstorms coming this way, so I better get on this. Starting from the tip of the kayak and moving toward the tail, we've got the good old standard regular handles there, one in the front, one in the back. Got a fairly refined Pelican logo there. It certainly looks a lot better than the little metal plates they used to strap across the kayaks. We've got a little bungee system here in the front for front storage. It's a pretty large space there, all things considered, with as short as this kayak is. And as we keep on moving back, we've got adjustable foot pegs just right out of the box. Very easy to operate and pretty nice gear. Right behind the foot pegs are these little recesses for Scotty low profile track mounts. I believe that will fit an 8-inch track, and that's on both sides. We've got this little indentation here that almost looks like an afterthought. I'm sure it's practical for, stuff that you need on hand right in front of you, but it would have been nice to see them put a little center console in like they did with the Castaway, the Blitz, and the Sentinel. Right here we've got what they are calling a cell phone holder. There's a little indentation that will definitely hold a cell phone with a little bungee strap there. We've got a drink holder on either side. It's barely even really visible, but if you lay that down there, it's really tough to knock over. So, pretty practical. We've got a pair of real handles here. Rigid handles, which is pretty unique for budget Pelican. They have paddle leashes built into them, both sides. And then we move on to one of the big features, the seat. This is a very comfortable seat. It is battened down with a pair of clamps right there. If you work it, seat comes out, folds down. You've got the adjustments on the side here. Let's get this guy clipped back in. It actually takes a little bit to get it in there. And then it actually has a leash feature. There's a little clip right there that ties to this bungee, so if the seat, you know, all hell breaks loose out there on the river, you're not going to lose your seat anyway, because those clamps, the seat fits really solid into those clamps. But the leash feature is there and will definitely be used. There are 2 more cup holders stashed away there and there. I kind of like the positioning of those, as it completely eliminates the chance of spilling. It's pretty cool. I like it. And then moving back to the rear of the kayak, got a pair of rod holders and a pretty generous tank well space. Fairly versatile bungee system, and much like with the Castaway Blitz Sentinel, the bungees are replaceable once they almost certainly fade out. That goes for the front too. Those are also replaceable. And then at the very rear of the kayak, got that other standard handle and the drain plug. This, to me, seems like one of the biggest upgrades to the budget line, at least with this kayak. Now, hopefully this spells the direction that they are going in. As you can see, it actually has a full keel from front to back, and in the back it is very blunt, narrows out, and is fairly aggressive at the front. This is a little bit of a departure from what they've done in the past. Typically, there's a pretty aggressive keel right here, and it flattens out like absolute crazy, and then there's a pretty aggressive keel back here. And the way that they've done this almost seems in the spirit of Crescent kayaks. I have a feeling that this design is going to do quite a bit for both stability and tracking. Particularly tracking. All that said, there are definitely a few modifications that I want to make. Let's get into that now. So I'm going to be doing a bit of electrical in here. It's really just going to be electrical for the cameras, and I'm going to be doing LED lighting like I did in the Outlaw. So let's go over the upgrades. So because of the electrical, I'm going to need a pair of hatches. There's going to be one here, and this space will actually fit an 8-inch hatch. So the bagging in the hatch is going to hold a pretty comprehensive first aid kit and whatever tow ropes and anchor stuff that I use. I'm going to add a SAE plug somewhere in here, probably either here or here, to plug my battery pack into. Front camera power, I'm going to stick right here. Right here is where the front camera mount is going to be, and to do that I'm going to have to, because the Scotty mount doesn't fit in that recess, I'm going to have to do a ABS mounting plate for the Scotty mount. I'm gonna add LEDs for early morning, late evening stuff. One on either side there, one on either side here, and probably one on either side, either here or here. Just to add the ability to tie on lures and whatnot when the sun isn't quite up yet. Here where they put their little cell phone holder, I'm probably gonna just eliminate this and do an ABS plate here that will have switches for both the LEDs and the cameras, a voltmeter to keep track of the status of my battery, and a spot for my GoPro remote. I'm going to be adding a pair of rod holders because you guys know me, I always roll with 4. There isn't really a place, obviously, to do another pair of recessed holders, so I'm probably going to have to fabricate something around here and here. That's going to be a work in progress, and we'll see how that goes. Either here or here will be the USB plug-in for the rear camera. Rear camera is going to be pretty easy. Here, watch this. I'm just going to use the ExoPack from my Castaway. There we go. And with the ExoPack installed, thanks a lot, locusts. Shut up! Anyway, as you can see with the ExoPack installed, there's quite a bit of room there between the ExoPack itself and the seat. So lots of extra storage area there. I'm also going to be adding better handles, one right there. And obviously up here. Not that these don't work, it's fine as it is, but when you're traveling down the road at 60, 70 miles an hour, these things just bang against the kayak, and that's all you hear in the cabin of your vehicle. This is honestly probably the best budget offering I've seen out of them outside of the premium line. And it kind of makes you wonder, why isn't this more widely available? Why is it an REI exclusive? But Pelican might just be testing the waters on this, no pun intended, and might make very similar models available to other retailers and straight off of their website. If you like what you're seeing here, please hit that like button. It will help push it to other people watching YouTube. And if you want to follow the series, absolutely, please hit that subscribe button. We're getting pretty close to 1,000 subscribers. I might have a couple of locust subscribers right behind me right now.